This story is set in ancient times, around the area of Basra, where small villages and wealthy settlements once thrived. Among these was a modest mud house where a man named Farouk lived. He was a simple and content man, satisfied with whatever little he had. His home was just a small hut made of clay, always surrounded by poverty, as if hardship had made a permanent home there. Despite his struggles, Farouk always thanked Allah and considered his life to be the best for him. Farouk lived with his wife and 2 children. The villagers would often ask him, "Farouk, you work so hard every day, yet your poverty never ends." Farouk would simply smile and reply, "I am rich with peace of mind. The wealth of money holds no value for me." In that village, there were 2 types of people: the wealthy, who lived in palatial homes filled with every luxury, and the poor, who worked hard just to afford 2 meals a day. Farouk, though poor, was a man of worship and dignity. Whatever he earned through honest labor, he would accept with patience and thankfulness to feed his family. Sometimes, there wasn't enough, and he had to face hunger, but he never begged or complained. When he did go to the rich people for help, they would mockingly say, "You always say that money has no value, and you worship Allah so much. Then go and ask Allah for food. Why beg from us?" Their harsh words would hurt Farouk deeply, but he would simply smile to himself and say, "Allah is watching everything. Just a little more patience." But Farouk wasn't always poor. He was once a wealthy man himself, owning a large house and a popular shop in the Basra market. He was known for his good manners and fair trade, and customers preferred him over others. The jealous merchants, threatened by his success, conspired to remove him from the market. One day, they sent a deceitful trader named Mughra bin Ka'b in the form of a noble-looking merchant to Farouk's shop. Pretending to be from Damascus, he said, "I've heard a lot about your fabrics and your honesty. I want to buy all your cloth, but I don't have money right now. My caravan is arriving this evening, led by my brother, and he has my money. Once he arrives, I'll pay you in full." Farouk looked at the man and said, "You seem honest. In business, there are risks. I'll give you all my fabric, but you must stay here until your caravan arrives." The man agreed. Farouk loaded all the goods onto the caravan animals, which left the market, and the fake merchant stayed behind, making small talk. At the time of Asr prayer, the man suggested they go pray together. Farouk agreed, and they both went to the mosque. After the prayer, Farouk looked around, the man was gone. He searched the mosque and rushed back to his shop, but the man was nowhere to be found. His goods were gone. Farouk had been robbed. He had debts to repay, so even his house was sold. The once proud merchant became a picture of helplessness. Yet, he never doubted Allah's will. He quietly moved with his wife and children to a hut outside the village and started working as a laborer. Whether in the fields or cutting wood, he did whatever work he could find. One day, a terrible rainstorm destroyed the huts of the poor, while the grand houses of the rich stood firm. Farouk and his family were left without shelter. His children often slept under the open sky. His wife would cry at night, but Farouk would always comfort her, saying, "Lubna, as long as we are alive, we'll work hard and trust in Allah. He will surely answer us one day." Eventually, a wealthy man named Zubair bin Abdul Rahman, known as the man with the sheep, offered Farouk a job herding his flock, as the regular shepherd was away. Farouk accepted the job and every day took the sheep to the mountains to graze. People now started calling him Farouk the shepherd. He earned just enough to feed his family, sometimes going hungry himself, but his faith in Allah remained unshaken. Then came another test. One day, while in the forest with the sheep, Farouk dozed off under a tree. When he woke up, the sheep were gone. He searched everywhere but couldn't find them. Heartbroken, he looked to the sky and said, "O Creator, you gave, and you took it back. But still, I thank you." He went to Zubair and told him the truth. Zubair was furious. "You know how valuable those sheep were. Others gathered and accused Farouk of being cursed. Zubair declared, "Until you return my sheep or repay the loss, you will work as my slave." Farouk, knowing he had no other option, bowed his head and said, "I accept." He worked day and night, doing every task Zubair assigned, and returned home so tired he couldn't even speak to his children. At night, he would cry and pray to Allah, "Please have mercy on me, O Allah. Don't burden me beyond what I can bear." A year passed like this. Seeing Farouk's honesty and hard work, Zubair's heart softened. He realized Farouk was not lying. He said, "Farouk, I set you free. If you ever can, pay me back. If not, I forgive you for the sake of Allah." Tears filled Farouk's eyes. He thanked Zubair and went home to tell his family the good news. He then set out for Damascus, determined to change his life. The villagers mocked him, but Farouk ignored them and quietly left. In Damascus, he found a small hut and started working as a laborer. One day, while looking for work, a rich man called out to him. Farouk walked over and was surprised. The man looked shaken. It was the same merchant, Mughra bin Ka'b, who had once betrayed him. The merchant dropped to his knees and begged for forgiveness. "I wronged you terribly. The other merchants paid me to deceive you. I had no remorse at first, but then I started seeing you in my dreams, demanding justice. I couldn't sleep. I searched everywhere for you, but couldn't find you. I begged Allah to reunite me with you, and today, here you are." He led Farouk into his shop, closed the door, and said, "This shop is yours. Everything in it was earned with the goods I stole from you. Here are the keys to the house I bought with that money. I give it all back to you." Farouk was stunned, but being a kind man, he forgave the traitor. The traitor gathered everyone in the market and publicly announced, "This man is the rightful owner of this shop." As the merchant prepared to leave, Farouk stopped him. "You wronged me, but you returned everything. Perhaps I could never have earned this much on my own. Stay with me and work together." They partnered up and became the most successful traders in Damascus. Farouk's family now lived a happy and prosperous life. One day, Farouk returned to Basra with a caravan full of food. He went door to door, helping the poor of the village. The same rich people who once mocked him now watched him in awe. Moral of the story: in life, we face many hardships. But if we remain patient and trust Allah, He never abandons us. Poverty can strike anyone, but having patience during hard times is the true test of faith. And the reward for such belief can change a person's life forever.